Good morning, everyone. Today's topic on my presentation is my interest. So let's move on. I decided to include some humor part in my presentation. So from this picture, you may see that you can choose your father as a teacher in Zoom conference. Um, Click the pause button and make sure that you read all the text and choose your fighter. So I think that uh, I include the humor in my presentation to make the presentation more fun and more interesting to you, of course. So let's move on to the outline of the presentation. So the outline of the presentation is that first of all I will introduce myself. Second of all, I will talk about my interest more in details. And the last but not least part of my presentation is conclusion. I will sum everything up to you again. So introduction part of my presentation. Let me introduce myself. My name is Barry Allen, and I am the fastest man alive. When I was a child, I saw my mother killed by something impossible. My father. Oh, wait a minute. Is it my story? I don't think so. So, my name is Saidat, and I'm 19 years old, almost 20. So, no one killed my mother, and my dad is in prison. And I think that I'm not the fastest man alive. Did you saw her run? Not so fast. So, uh, my interests are football, music, and comics. Let's move on to the uh interesting in the most interesting part in my presentation. So, I will show you some fun pictures of me. Uh, as you may see, I'm a kind of person with a huge humor. I can make fun of nothing. So I think that those pictures are funny. Uh, don't you see that? I think that you will laugh a lot or not. So let's move on to the interest part of the presentation. So my like the main interest is football. I love football. I love playing football, watching football, do everything that related to football. So my favorite football club is Real Madrid. It is the most powerful with the all trophies and etc. The football club that can beat anyone, anything in this game. So when I was a child, I like so the El Clasico, the football match against the Real Madrid, the football match against Real Madrid against Barcelona. So it's called El Clasico. And when I saw like how Real Madrid is playing and Cristiano Ronaldo, I just um, fall in love with this club. And also, as I mentioned before, I love not only watching football, I love and playing football too. So as you may see from this picture, I love playing football, and I regularly play football with my friends. Not on the high level, but I can play. So the second interest is comics. I do love reading comics online, but recently, about a year ago, I bought my first comic book. It's called The Flash, Move Forward Only. Um, so, as you may see, or as you might note from the presentation, my favorite character is The Flash from DC Comic Universe. Um, and why do I love this character? I don't know. I just want to be like a fastest man alive. He can do literally everything, like travel across the world in 1 second, travel across the timeline also, and use the Speed Force. So this is a picture of my first comic book. If you will have like um, some time to read this comic, just try to read carefully because it has not so much pages, but it's very interesting for you, and you can also search in Google this comic, It's free to read online. So um, take this as a note. Let's move on to the last interest, the music. I do love music so much. I can't even imagine my life without music. When I like go to the shop, I turn on music and like listen the music to make my day more like in colors. I don't know how to say that. So I do love. I can't really imagine my life without music. So my music preferences are rap and hip hop, the two main like the two main kind of music. So but also I do love like listening the other kind of music like rock and etc. like this stuff of music. But I do not really appreciate when someone turns on Russian rap or uh, Russian hip hop because I don't love them at all. And also I love one kind of yeah, it's a Russian group. It's called Khleb. Uh, in, in like English language, you can translate it as bread. So I it was the first concert in my life. It was the first concert in Almaty that I in what I show up. So very I was very surprised by the organization of the concert. I wasn't imagining they will do the same thing that the US artists do. I was very happy that I was on this concert. And also I love listening to music on Spotify. Um, and it shows me only rap. I don't know why. So I make a music preference list according to my Spotify preferences because it regularly shows me only rap and only hip hop. I don't know why. But he thinks that this my music preferences. So let's move to the conclusion section. Um, I want to thank you all for your attention. I hope that you enjoyed my presentation, and I want to um, like um, I want to note the main bullet points of my presentation. So, the main bullet points are that my name is Sarah. I'm 19 years old, and three my main interests are football, comics, and music. I do love uh, my favorite football club is Real Madrid, and I do love play football with my friends. Also, my favorite comic universe is DC Universe, and my favorite comic character is the Flash. Also, my music preferences are rap and hip hop according to my to Spotify, and I do love listen the all stuff of the all kind of music, except the Russian hip hop and Russian rap. So that's it. Thank you for your attention. Goodbye.